Saying no. How to stand up for yourself without worrying about what other people think. We all want to be liked and accepted. And that is why it sometimes can be difficult to say no to others, especially if we think we might hurt their feelings. But the truth is, it's very important to be able to say no, especially when it comes to protecting our own boundaries, our energy, and our own needs. You might feel like constantly saying yes to others makes them like you more. But actually, it's not about likability. It just makes you a very easy person and not per se likable. And what often happens is that we say yes to things even though we don't have the time and energy, or we struggle to say no to a friend who always relies on you. Either way, it's important to learn to say no without feeling guilty and worrying about what other people think. And one of the reasons why we find it hard to say no is that we're scared that the other person won't like us anymore, that we won't be accepted anymore. But the truth is, if someone stops liking you because you say no, they're probably not the kind of person you should be investing your time, energy, and love in. People who truly care about you will respect your boundaries. So here are some tips on how to say no without worrying what other people think of you. 1. Be clear and respectful. Say what you mean and be honest. Make clear why it's important for you to say no, but remain respectful. It's important to remember that it's not a personal thing that you're saying no to the other person. 2. Offer an alternative. So if you have to say no to a request right now, you might be able to help a person at another moment. So do the suggestion of, I can't help you now, but I'll be able to help you next week. This also shows that you are actually willing to help, but that it's just not possible at this moment. 3. Practice with small things. So say no to things that you find easier to say no to than the big things you're struggling with. So start with something small that you feel more comfortable with, and then work your way up to bigger things. 4. Remember, saying no is good for you. It shows that you respect your boundaries and that you're standing up for yourself. And this way you also set an example to other people. Because what I often hear happening is that we actually respect other people's boundaries, but we don't respect our own. And it's interesting because if you let other people cross your boundaries constantly, you also show other people that that is a healthy and normal way for you to interact. But meanwhile, deep down inside, it isn't. So also think about the example that you want to set to other people. 5. Remember that it's okay to change your mind. So even though you said yes at first, you're allowed to change your mind and say no later on. It's okay to change your mind and come back to a request. And remember that learning to say no is a process and that it will take time. But once you start saying no, you'll find that you feel more confident and in control. So go ahead and learn to say no.